to the Angelina Amusement Development Park. According to the competition brief, we were challenged to design a modern development comprising an amusement park along with commercial and sports facilities, a championship golf course, hotel facilities, residential properties, and public infrastructure. In order, therefore, to design a comprehensive urban development consisting of amusement park, we need to define a series of design parameters such as the program of the competition, the site conditions, the commercial and financial sustainability, globalization concepts, the local society, and of course the identity of Ghana. The identity of Ghana as the initial point and basis of all further contemplation regarding the design can be defined in some part by these major characteristics. In other words, its great history, its multicultural nation, and its unique landscape and natural resources. A more thorough study of the indigenous architecture is very revealing regarding the aforementioned characteristics, as we have come to find a correlation between these elements. The characteristics are dynamic factors that have largely determined the forms of the indigenous architecture. In order to create a new development, we need to determine the design tools that derive from the different types of vernacular architecture. We can identify the building style of the Ghanaian coastal belt with timber posts over the water, the architectural forms of the Ghanaian forest belt with pitched thatched roofs, and the more characteristic circular buildings of the Ghanaian north, organized in large compounds. We have observed that although these styles are very different in form, they have a common system of structure and organization. The primal cell is an enclosed shape with a unique entrance. The courtyard is the living area of the house, and everything is structured around it. By multiplying the cell of the house around the center, we then create the compound settlement with the same characteristics: the center, void, and the orbital cell houses with unique access. This structural system will be the basis of our design. Each set of functions forms a node of development, as for example, the retail area with shopping malls, restaurants, and leisure facilities, the main entertainment cluster comprising the amusement park, the African village, the water park, and the marine light park. The tourism facilities with the 3 hotels, the housing areas with a variety of residential properties, the sports area containing various courts, athletic facilities, arenas, and an 18-hole golf course. And last but not least, the necessary infrastructure, including the road network parking areas, and energy facilities. In this way, we can create a grid of nodes that interact and create connections with each other according to our needs. The evolution of the development is based on these focal points and their interactions. After an extensive analysis of the site, the slopes of the ground, the study of the sun and the prevailing winds, as well as the existing water and landscape resources, we have managed to define the areas most suitable for the development. These focal points can either expand or contract according to our needs. First of all, we need to classify the main nodes of development in terms of public, semi-public, and private usage. The focal points that contain the entertainment facilities, the retail areas, and the sports courts and arenas are all open to the public. The hotels and the golf course are open to a specified target group of visitors and members, whereas the housing areas need to be private with controlled access. The road network is designed in order to connect all the focal points. We take into consideration the variable grading of the site, as well as the hierarchy of roads, varying from avenues to local pedestrian and bicycle networks. A tunnel is constructed underneath the building of the shopping center, together with underground parking facilities. The sustainable design and the landscape strategy aim at creating a resilient landscape that maintains the existing natural surroundings and establishes a viable and dynamic ecosystem. Stormwater management is taken into consideration along with the creation of natural reserves. The architectural concept perceives the new development as a vibrant, dynamic system in a state of constant evolution. This is mainly due to the social and economic factors that interact with the design, therefore establishing different phases of completion. This system of orbital focal points around a center enhances the process of gradual development according to the constantly changing needs of the modern world. In order to outline the development and connect all the areas in an entertaining and sustainable way, a monorail is created, a track above the pedestrian level that runs along the entire development, unifying the various focal points. The core of the intervention is placed in the middle of the axis connecting the entrance to the site and the hotel landmark. A circular building with a void in the middle symbolizes the primal architectural cell around which everything is organized. The shopping malls, the restaurants and coffee shops, the business center, and the basic amenities. Orbitera is the name we propose for the internal amusement park area, inasmuch as The word orbit contains the intention to look towards the future, towards the orbiting planets up above. The word terra, on the other hand, is there to remind us of our origins and the land that we all come from. The amusement park, the water park, and the African village are all organized around a central square and contain technologically high-end rides as well as various sophisticated entertainment features of interest to children and adults alike. The 4-star Angelina Hotel is situated at the most prominent point of the site, on the hill directly facing the south entrance. It serves as a landmark, a visual icon for the visitors. The 3-star and the 2-star hotels are situated at a lower level, gradually descending through the terraced gardens to the center of the development. The same structural model is applied for the development of the housing areas. We create clusters of residences together with public parks and facilities, which are organized according to the slopes of the terrain, all offering magnificent views to the rest of the site and beyond. The luxury villas and the more affordable and temporary housing are placed on different zones, creating a variable residential development. The golf course is set on the valley between the two hills. It follows the standards of a championship golf course with appropriate slopes, which helps reduce the cost of drainage and earth moving in construction. The clubhouse and all the facilities are situated at the foot of the hill in a slightly excavated platform with pavilions giving view to the rest of the golf course. The area of the sports courts and all other athletic facilities, including the large arena, are placed close to the center of the Angelina development in a vibrant landscape with large green areas and tree shading that enhance the microclimate of the area. Welcome, therefore, to Angelina Amusement Park, where the terrain is an orbit towards your desires and dreams.